So the social media expert contacted me the other day and took it upon them to do a review of my social media, my Instagram specifically. And it was quite interesting to me because how they explained it is, this is good, this can be improved, and this specific thing is good because it is relevant content. And the specific post was good because it was relevant content. And that got me thinking about what is relevant content. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to explain to you what is relevant content, what is the measure for determining this, why do you listen to that, why do you choose to follow that, why do you choose to create like that, evolution and relevance, we're going to discuss that, cycles, fractals, and patterns, and how can you stay inspired, and how can you stay inspired to create this relevant content. Hi, I'm Helen Müller from humanhappiness.com. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to explain to you what is relevant content. We're going to look at that, how you can relate this to you as a person, how you can stay inspired to make this relevant content. And we're going to look at patterns, and fractals, all of these things. But if you don't have 5 minutes, 47 seconds to listen to this important information that I'm going to be sharing with you today, then I don't know, then you can rather go and go to the beach.
Vamos a la playa.
Or go to the beach. I went to the beach yesterday, it was amazing. Let's get right to it. First thing, what is relevant content? Now, when this guy told me, Helen, this is relevant content, I was like, who are you to say what's relevant content? Who determines what's relevant content? Relevant to what? To the world. I was like, man, I don't make relevant content to the world. I make relevant content to the human being. And I think that's where a lot of people are find it so hard, because I'm never not inspired to my content, because it's always about being a human being for me. That's why I never have a problem making content. For me, I'm always inspired to my content. But what is termed as relevant content nowadays is what is in the mainstream media. In other words, COVID, coronavirus, these are like relevant content right now. That's why you've been seeing this for the last 3 months, which is most of the content is in any ways so irrelevant in my opinion. Why? Because it's false, number one. I mean, I don't want to get into these things right now. I know there's some marketers that are waking up a little bit that knows what's going on, but it's not what I'm trying to do, is advocate, against everything. But my point is just, why go and waste all that time to make relevant content because of some, hashtag. Yes, I did make a video about what's going on in the world, but that was just one video and had a very specific angle concerning human beings and how to just how to reset yourself, because that is taking care of you. But that was it. That was about it. Yeah, I've been thinking about, making more videos about it, but the things that I have to say is not really relevant to you as a human being and what I'm trying to do with you, me, and happiness, in the sense of helping you live a happier and more in a super efficient life. So the point for me, I don't want my clients, or I don't want you to focus on the negative things in this world. So when we talk about what is relevant content, what is that going to be for you? Do you actually believe that talking about these things is going to make it better? Do you actually believe that watching this negative news, polluting your mind with these things, is going to make things better in the world or inside you? No, it's not. That's why when I made that video, I remember now, when I made that video, I was like, if you can't do something about it physically, then why are you poisoning your mind with it? Or you just want to like be one of those people that go to some social event now, or like pick up the phone and, oh, you know, did you hear this in the news? Oh, did you know what's going on here? And most of it's in any way false information. So, I mean, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. So my point is, if you can't actively do something in action, then, or if you can't actively advocate the truth about the situation. And to find out what the truth is, you need to go and do a bit of a research. It's not turning on the TV, because that's not what the truth is. And I'm not going to go into detail about that right now, but because that's not what I'm trying to do here. If that was my intention, I would have just shared a bunch of things here, but it's not what my intention is here. My intention is for you to understand. Let's just look at what relevant content is today. Okay, so how I see it is relevant to you. It should be relevant to you. And who are you? Who are you as a human being? What are you? Who are you? Who's taking care of you? That's relevant content, in my opinion. So what is the measure for determining this, if it's relevant or not? Well, think about what you like. Put good news on the news, put bad news on the news. Do you like that? Do you like to poison your mind with that, or is it just a habit? And if it comes to your business, what is it? Or is it only about the money? Because yes, relevant content gets a lot of hits, doesn't it? Relevant content gets a lot of clicks, yeah. So, but I mean, what is that going to benefit you? How is that going to benefit you? I mean, is that like seriously the only way that you can make money? Is that like seriously the only way that you want to leverage yourself? By being like a sheep? That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And I wouldn't have made this video if it wasn't like striking me in that moment when he said to me, oh, that's irrelevant. That's like, he pointed out the one COVID video and Floyd video I made, that's, you know, the way we should go, Helen. And I only made that one, you know, to help people reset at that time because of everybody being under so much stress. But that's not generally how I choose my content. I choose my content based on what's relevant to a human being. Because if you, and this is another thing I want to talk about, if you are thinking about evolution, which in my opinion, that's what we should think about, because we came here, we're in this, playing this avatar right now to evolve. We are in this third dimension to evolve because of all the different challenges we have here as human beings. This is just opportunities for source to help, you know, for evolution. But if we're not going to evolve, if we're not going to try our best to evolve, then what's the point here? We're pretty much wasting the opportunity. And how do you evolve? I've explained before about fractal patterning. I've explained to you about, you know, how fractal patternings work. So we live these fractal patterns, and I mean, a lot of people talk about this nowadays. Is we live in cycles. So these crises, even, you know, even this virus, it's like goes in a cyclic. It's a cyclic thing. How do you break out of cycles? Think about any cycle. How do you break out of a cycle? You have to change. You have to do something different. So when it comes to creating content, what is this cycle? What is this mainstream media cycle that everybody's just like sheep going around, sheep going around, sheep going around? So break out of the cycle. Do something different. Do something that actually involves you. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that you enjoy. So break out of the cycle. Do something different. Do something that actually involves you. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that you enjoy. And how you're going to know this, how do you know this? Is how you feel. Do you feel good? So when you watch this news, you feel good. So when you make this content, you feel inspired, you feel excited about it. Is it something that you can talk about? You need to like, I mean, does it really like, is it your passion? Or are you doing it for, are you thinking just about the financial gain? Or are you thinking about that? Is that your motivation? Because that will never give you the satisfaction. And at the end of the day, are you really breaking the cycle here? Are you pushing your boundaries here? Are you evolving? Because every single part of you, even your business, is an extension of who you are. And it needs to reflect what you're trying to embody in your life. And then why do you choose this? Why do you choose this? Why do you choose to follow these ways? Have you asked yourself that question? Is it habit? Is it, I don't know? Is it being unconscious? Because if you're unconscious, if you're not aware, if you're not in touch with consciousness, then it's very easy to not know. It's very easy to be swept away. So I want to leave you today with this question is, what you are doing in your life or in your business, or if you're a content creator, are you creating content that's relevant to you? And who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you're doing here? Have you found your peace? Have you found your fulfillment within? Because it all starts from in here. And if you create from in this place, that's when you can have a true effect on evolution, on your evolution. You're an extension of source. And it's about your evolution. It's about your part that you can do here as an individuated unit of consciousness. I've explained this before. There's the larger consciousness system, the LCS. Then there's the individuated unit of consciousness. And when I do DNA upgrades, I put you in touch with that individuated unit of consciousness, part of yourself. Until next time, be happy, be free. Remember, I love you and I believe in you. Click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time.